Good morning, good afternoon or good evening. Welcome back to the Law Vlog, episode 22. So very busy week here in Solicitors. I don't know if everyone else has noticed it, but in the last month, 6 weeks or so, obviously with society back to normal, everybody out driving again, back to work, around the shops, around the streets. That in itself means percentages of people who may have an accident has risen dramatically. So I think in the last 6 weeks we've had, I would say, I don't know, tenfold inquiries, new leads and clients have come to the office. It's just, I suppose, a result. Everybody back working and back driving, but accidents do happen. So as a result of that, we're actually hiring. So I put up an ad, which I stick up here. We're looking for a litigation solicitor, a legal executive, or a legal secretary. If this is a role that you think you might be interested in, or someone you know might be interested in, please share it, or please drop me a message here if you want to have a chat in private. Hiya, how are you? Sorry, someone walked by the window there as they started to speak. So, as you know, or as you may know, this is a specialist personal injury and medical negligence law firm. We specialise in workplace accidents, slip and fall accidents, road traffic accidents, and also medical negligence, misdiagnosis, late diagnosis, issues and complications with surgery and birth defects to mother and child. And in and around April last year, there was a big change in personal injury awards. So obviously, if you're aware, there's a personal injury assessment board, but I should put up some information here on the screen. So all claims in Ireland must go through the personal injury assessment board. It's an independent body that assesses all claims. You apply as the plaintiff or as the applicant, and then there's the other side, and the injuries board assess whether one it's a valid claim, and then they assess the injury the person or the applicant may have suffered, and then they make a decision on what they think the claim is worth. And both sides have to agree that process, and then both sides have to agree the outcome. If they don't agree, either side doesn't agree, then the case will proceed to court through the normal process. There was a big change in April 2020 when the awards, the compensation that someone could get is called general damages. They were drastically reduced for injuries that were thought to be in the lower end of the scale. So that would maybe be muscular, it maybe be sprains, whiplash type, in and around anything from 25,000 down, 5 in the old money, shall we call it. And the cuts were drastic. They have come in. The cuts, up to 50%. So my point is that there was a review done in the Irish Times last week, and a couple of solicitors have spoken about it. So some figures to start off with, that since last year there has been a 40% drop in the amount of damages awarded, 35% drop in the amount of claims in the last 3 years. However, there has only been an 8.6 drop in insurance premiums. I'll also put a link to an Irish Times article that came out on the 12th of April, so last week, discussing it, and they are stating the facts of the drop in claims, and they do mention that the insurance premiums have not risen. They are saying also that the amount of claims accepted in the injuries board process has been reduced, which in turn means more cases are going to court, and they are saying that this may be driven because solicitors get more fees when they go to court. So the implication in the article is that solicitors may be advising clients not to settle PIAB awards with a hope that they get more costs at court, but also obviously that there may be extra legal fees for the solicitor to collect. But I don't see how that is the case, because these type of awards are below €15,000 generally, which means district court costs applying it to scale. I'll send a link to the scale here so you can actually see. So there's no real motivation for a solicitor to advise that. So what we're seeing in the last 12 months is that solicitors are now reluctant to take on those type of claims. So if that was the goal, to reduce those claims, I think that's certainly worked, because obviously solicitor practice is a commercial enterprise, takes on legal work, carries out a service and gets paid at the end of it. But some of those cases could be 2, 3, even 4 years. It's a lot of hours and labour and knowledge and experience goes into those files, and if the financial the fees at the end of it for a solicitor, they don't make commercial sense, or not going to take on those claims. So what I think is happening is that there's a lot more solicitors are now taking the type of claims they're taking on, and are only happy to take on a claim where, you know, unfortunately, where the individuals are badly hurt. So it would be like a broken leg, catastrophic injury, brain injury, medical negligence type cases, which are not affected by these new rules. And still, it's certainly an interesting time in personal injury litigation. There has been wide sweeping changes. They have come in, they are active. Claims, the amount of claims have come down, the amount of compensation awarded to such claims has come down, but in turn, insurance premiums have not come down. So questions have to be asked of the government, of the Law Society, and also insurance companies, insurance boards. When or how will these premiums start to come down and have a benefit on the end user? So that's the end of this week's vlog. If you have any inquiries regarding personal injury medical negligence, we have a free ebook. I'll put the link below which you can download. Other than that, have a great week. Our podcast is back next week with 2 new guests lined up over the next coming week. So have a great week. Talk to you then.